to the rim. Edwards gets it.
Wolves at 4. Pulling. And Edwards hits again.
Pulling. You saw that in his eyes. You saw it coming down the floor. He was just walking into that shot. And this is what makes this kid great. He wants to be the best player in the league. He's going to come here.
What's good, guys? Prince Sports here, coming at you with another one. Listen, man, it almost should be a crime on how I could predict and know my motherfucking sports. I'm gonna have to pat myself on the back because everything I said about Anthony Edwards is pretty much true. I said he was gonna have an MVP season. That's what he's having. I said he's gonna have to be the hero almost every night. He's gonna have to put that team on his back, and that's MVP, most valuable player on your team. And they need you to win each and every night. That's what they need from Baby Jordan, Anthony Edwards. And you can make a case at the tender age of what, 24, 23? He's already going to be probably considered a top 5 player in the league because I believe they're 6 and something, right? But they wouldn't have those 6 wins, even though it's early. They wouldn't have those 6 wins if it wasn't for Anthony Edwards having some late game, fourth quarter heroics, okay? Their record would have been the complete opposite. Those 6 wins would have been 6 losses. And they would have been going the same route the Milwaukee Bucks is going, having a bad start to the regular season. And question is, how long can he keep it up? How long can you put that Minnesota T-Wolves, those baby wolves on your back and carry them? Because it's going to be a very long journey to do that. Now, there's still the comparisons to Michael Jordan. He's still getting those. And I need to see him more be a dominant individual player, right? Before he could transform into the 80s Jordan. Okay, he's not there from the second wave of Jordan. He can only be compared to some years in the 80s to Michael Jordan, right? So
got a lot of confidence in himself, Adam. He believes that he's the best player in the league. He believed he was the best player on the Olympic team. He talking about run some plays for me. Kevin Durant, who? LeBron, who? Give me the ball.
He wants it. He desires it. And when he delivers, he relishes it.
And that's what he's going to be. He has to put up. Now, he having a remarkable year for shooting at 3. His 3-point percentage went up. His scoring efficiency is still there. He's still one of the best attackers at the basket. He's young, athletic. He got the skills to pay the bills. Make no mistakes about it. He needs to stay humbled, all right? I like the cocky attitude, you know, the attitude of going at people and, you know, saying, hey, I'm this, I'm that. But you have to back it up. You definitely have to back it up. And he's backing it up with a lot of his play. And the T-Wolves, if they do make the postseason, I'm going to repeat, if the T-Wolves do make the postseason, he got to be MVP. I mean, to put that team that was once considered a title contending team, and now they have to fight for their playoff lives, fight for their regular season lives, by winning games every night by a struggle. And you're one of the driving forces to helping that team win, you got to be considered an MVP candidate. He's going to be my MVP pick for most needed. Okay, now if you're just going to give it to the hottest guy that's on the team that wins the most, then fine. But he has to keep that team afloat. If he could do this, check this out. If he could make that team a 4th seed or do the impossible and make that team a 3rd seed with that roster, he gets MVP even over Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is working with more than Anthony Edwards is. Okay, he's working with way more better role players, way more better rising stars, and that team is just clicking. Remember, OKC was the #1 seed last year. Minnesota got no business even being considered a high seed with that roster, and you play in the Western Conference. Man, forget about it. Prince Sports out. What you think of Baby Jordan? They even, on the internet, they even got like pictures of him and MJ, and MJ looking at him and saying, oh, that's my son. The comparisons is crazy, man, but pump the brakes a little bit. He got a lot to do to fill the shoes of Michael Jordan. Even the 80s version, because the 80s version of Michael Jordan was a damn monster. He was a walking individual form of dominance. Anthony Edwards going to have to do that. You got to be considered the top 5 or the best player in the world to be even in discussions of 80s Jordan. Sports out. Peace.